Keyword research is another area that Keysearch excels and costs, again, about 10 to 20 times less than SEMRush and AHrefs. We have a keyword luxury home show that we want to see if we can rank for. At first, things look kind of dismal, but it's actually a pretty good keyword, and I'll show you why. The fact that we don't have volume here, as you might know by now, does not mean that there is no volume. If it shows up at all, it means there's volume. It's just a question of whether they round it up or round it down in the tool. And in this case, they rounded down. So the scores are showing red here because I have it sorted by highest to lowest score. But what would happen if we filtered some of this data and we said, only show me scores that are 50 or less? Now we have 3 keywords that are much easier to rank for, and all 3 of them have volume showing. Advertisers are willing to spend $2.28 per click for luxury homes for cheap, and the highest ranking score that we have is 42. We also have a 21 if we want to write about luxury home tour in Minnesota, and we have a 38 if we want to write about luxury house ideas. And the PPC shows us the amount of advertiser competition. So what happens if we look at the data for this keyword? We find the top 10 results, and we would have to compete against some pretty hefty websites like Zillow, but we'd also be able to compete against Diamond Realty Brokers and Las Vegas Luxury Residence.com. The set of green boxes here tells us that the competition is much easier to compete against. So going from left to right, the columns tell us the Moz page authority, the Moz domain authority, the number of Moz amount of unique linking domains to the URL, the Moz amount of unique linking domains to the entire domain, the Moz authority links, the Moz total number of backlinks, and whether the keyword is in the URL. If we click on rankings traffic, we can see that the lowest and the average PADA and DOMs, etc., calculates out to a score that says that we might need as few or as many as 4 linking domains to rank on the first page. So that's a pretty easy task. If we look at luxury house ideas, the volume is approximately 170 based on their best guess, but the competition is a little bit easier than the previous keyword because we only need 2 linking domains to rank on the first page. So the fact that the summed statistics tell us the bottom line right here is invaluable and makes it very easy to decide whether or not we're going to go for this keyword. This kind of keyword, luxury house ideas, is good for an inspiration article because people are literally saying, I want to see ideas. It's a very Pinteresty keyword. And the sub-keywords that might also rank on that page, modern luxury house interior, also very good for a Pinterest blog. Simple luxury house ideas. This could spawn off a lot of affiliate links for luxury items. Luxury house photos. People are looking for ideation. Luxury home tours Minnesota seems like a very specific keyword, but it still might be valuable to you generating content if you, for example, created a directory listing of luxury home tour shows. Minnesota would just be one of them. You would do your location, your territory, states, what have you. It's got a relatively easy 21 score for competition. It clearly comes up in the summer. It's more likely to give you traffic in the summer. And the summed stats say that you may need 1 linking domain to rank on the first page. So a money-making idea for you might be to create a directory of luxury home shows and then sell advertising, run ads, and sell affiliate links off of that keyword. A tool like SEMrush, which I'm very fond of, but it is much more expensive, would cost about $1,407 a year if you paid the Pro plan, their lightest plan, on a yearly basis. Whereas if you purchased Keysearch Pro plan at $48 a month based on yearly payment, that would cost $576 a year. So it's about half. But the $24 a month plan, which is half of that, is 24 times 12 is $288 a year. So you could get the functionality on SEMrush for $1,407.96 a year, or you could do it for $24 for $288 is about $1,100 in savings if you go with Keysearch. I don't use AHrefs or SEMrush anymore because they are over $1,000 a year, and I enjoy my $288 a year Keysearch research as much.